Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
From historic Hoosier Gym in Knightstown, Indiana, welcome to a special production of Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. Good evening, friends, and welcome aboard. This is Derek Decker alongside Greg Van Meter and Jacob Collins bringing the action live from Knightstown. And Greg, we are ready for a tremendous night of basketball, a very special night, but even more importantly is the implications this game has on the outcome of the Northeast 8 Conference coming up in the next couple of months.
Yeah, it's a very unique situation in that these two teams are playing their first conference game 2 hours away from home here in beautiful, idyllic Knightstown, Indiana, at the spot that they filmed the home court scenes anyway for the movie Hoosiers.
Yeah, and it's a tremendous gym, and very little has changed in this gym. There are still Go Hickory all the way banners on the wall, the famous, the iconic scene at the end of the movie where it zooms in on the picture at the end with Coach Norman Dale. Of course, Gene Hackman talking in the background is still on the wall here. The scoreboard was replaced a very long time ago, so it's very old as well. The stage is still the same. Everything's the same. We have a tremendous perch here at Hoosier Gym near midcourt. Of course, midcourt is also something of a little bit different. The court is too small for regulation size at this point, so the out-of-bounds lines have been widened by about a foot, and then the midcourt lines are staggered in that they change when you go down the floor because it's just not big enough to play regulation size.
Yeah, that's right. And if you remember in the movie, on this floor, the benches were on the sideline.
Right.
And when you look at the floor, when you see the floor tonight on your TVs at home, you'll see a red line and then the black sideline. Well, the red line was where the original out-of-bounds lines were on the side, which allowed just enough room for the sideline benches. However, the players' feet actually were often in play when they were sitting on the bench back in the 50s when that movie was set. Bobby Plump, of course, was the star of the Milan team that the movie was based on. It's pretty cool being in this gym and just kind of experiencing what those guys had a little taste of in that movie.
Yeah, and something that we noticed in the JV game, we talked about it a lot. This gym can get really loud in a hurry after a basket in here, and we're talking that's just a JV game. It is pretty full. Norwell with a little bit bigger crowd here this evening than Huntington, as some Norwell fans having to bleed over into the other side. We are sitting on the Norwell side here at Hoosier Gym. We're looking across at the Huntington faithful, but it should be a good one. There's a continuous loop of the movie Hoosiers playing on the outside. When I arrived about an hour and a half before the JV tip, there's a continuous loop of the soundtrack of the movie Hoosiers playing in the gym at all times. It's just a great atmosphere. They do a great job. There's some memorabilia outside in the very small lobby. Tours are available, and this is a community center, so you can come in here and shoot most times when there's not a specific tour booked or an event like tonight. So obviously nobody coming in, but it's just kind of like a regular community center. So what we've got about 7 minutes before game time, and I talked to Coach Thornton today, and he gave me some important keys to the game tonight. I asked him about Robrock. We scrimmaged, of course, if you've not heard this before, I'm on the scrimmage squad against the girls, and we scrimmaged 3 times between the Concordia game and the Huntington game. And a lot of people are saying, okay, that gives you a lot of time to get rusty over that time. But Norwell, coming off of 2 consecutive losses, has a ton of time to get better, and they most certainly did. The first 2 scrimmages were frustrating because, you're trying to build an offense from the guys' side around what Robrock's going to do and what Huntington's going to do, kind of mirror what they're going to do. In the last scrimmage, which came on Wednesday, the Lady Knights looked great. I mean, they looked absolutely great. They're ready to stop Robrock. Coach Thornton went on a little scouting trip earlier this week to Huntington North to watch the Vikings play Lures. Lures a potential sectional opponent and a very good sectional contender as they downed Huntington by a score of 62-51. Robrock got a lot of touches in that game. I had her for 18 points in the contest, so Robrock has the ability to score. But Lures played behind her, and that's one of the things Coach Thornton talked about today. They're going to try to front the post as they have been all year long. It's been a common theme of Coach Thornton. And talking about this game last year, it was a 57-56 win for Huntington North. That was over at North Arena in Huntington in overtime, a game where the Lady Vikings hit a buzzer-beater layup to send us to overtime and then made a couple of free throws right at the end of overtime. Norwell just couldn't hang on. There were missed free throws in that game for Norwell. It was a game that Coach Thornton really thought they let slip and said it really doesn't change the way you prep for this game, but that never leaves the back of your mind in the way that you played during the game.
Well, and those fourth quarters, second halves, have really been the MO for this Norwell squad in the last two losses that it's had. Both games ultimately winnable for this squad, but really struggled to put the ball in the basket in the second half, primarily in the fourth quarter.
Norwell was 7 and 10-point leads at halftime of those two games, losing to Northwood at home 57-50 in a game where they shot just 33% from the line, 8 for 24. And then their last outing, of course, right before Thanksgiving, up at Concordia, a 10-point loss. They scored just 9 points in the second half. And it wasn't a lack of getting good looks. It was just a lack of execution. They struggled turning the basketball over, didn't get a lot of good looks at the very end of the game where they had to attempt to come back and get back into the contest. Just weren't able to do that, and it resulted in their second loss of the year. Huntington North coming off 2 straight losses of their own. They're 3-4 coming in, but we noted it. It is a very monumental game in the Northeast State standings. What we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll return with the balance of the Billy Ann Supper Pub pregame show after these words from our sponsors. Thank you for joining us this evening. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. At Bluffton Family Eye Care, Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry take the time to get to know you, your eye care history, and your vision needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best. They take pride in providing excellent customer service by creating a personal connection with each patient individually.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
You miss me? I miss all of y'all. Hey! All y'all girls standing together like that. I can't take it.
Yeah, welcome back to Hoosier Gym here in Knightstown. Just got through the playing of both school songs here this evening. Just finishing that thought on Coach Thornton and in my conversation with him earlier today. I asked him for 2 keys to the game like I always do, and they're going to run some man defense here tonight. They did a lot of that in the scrimmages over the past week, and a little bit off of a make. They might slip into a 1-3-1, and they're going to apply some backcourt pressure at times, especially off of a make. So he noted that the half-court man defense has to be solid. And number 2, and this was very interesting to me, was the fact that he said that the coaching staff has to do a better job of utilizing the bench players. One of those things that he's already doing here in the starting lineup tonight is he's going to use Kaylee Filling as a starter for Kylie Top, the freshman getting her first start in her varsity career.
Well, the one advantage that Huntington has, and now even more of an advantage, is a more senior squad.
Yeah.
They've got 4 seniors as compared to Norwell's 2, 3 freshmen, of course, and now one starting for the Knights, play a big role in their floor presence, and it'll be interesting to see how Felling does in a starting role. She's been great off the bench. I mean, you could argue that all 3 of those freshmen have been great off the bench, but she gets to start tonight, and that'll be a little bit different dynamic. The one thing that Kylie Top brings to the floor is, number one, a lot of energy and a really good defensive presence out there. So Kaylee's going to have to be strong and aggressive to kind of fill that particular role in the Knights' offense and defensive side, especially on the defensive side.
And no doubt about it, Felling, who has not played all that much in the last couple of games, is still averaging 2.5 steals a game. So her defensive pressure has been very good so far. When she's been able to get to the line, hasn't been able to hit 1 for 10 from the line. Working on that in practice, of course, and if you're an outsider, you're going to say, well, why don't you shoot more free throws in practice? These kids work at it all the time. And we've said it many times. It's all between the ears.
It's all about confidence.
Exactly, and that's definitely the key. Here tonight, we have been treated like kings. I'm wearing a press pass here this evening with my name printed on it. I mean, it's great.
I didn't get any of that, Derek.
What's the deal? Well, when you show up late to the party, that's the case. But
I was here by the 4th quarter.
Wow, that's early.
That's early for me.
It is.
Kelby Wainwright, of course, giving me a hard time about
that's
that.
True. This is going to be the national anthem, so we will go to break.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Here come the starting lineups here at Hoosier Gym.
For Terhune on the scoreboard, the Huntington North Lady Vikings. Starting at the guard, a 5'6" senior, number 2, Carmen Cook. Starting at the other guard, a 5'4" senior, number 10, Holland Anderson. Starting at a forward, a 5'8" senior, number 24, Riley Johnson. Starting at another forward, a 5'8" junior, number 31, Riley Williams. And starting at center, a 5'11" junior, number 24, Madeline Robrock. The head coach for the Huntington Lady Vikings is Ms. Heidi Lawson. And now, Norwell fans, the starting lineup for your
starters here this evening, both for Huntington North for head coach Heidi Lawson, who's 41-35 in her 4th year here at Huntington North. And for Norwell, it's Coach Eric Thornton, who's 311-159 in his 21st year at Norwell, ranking him 19th in the active coach rankings in the coaches in the state of Indiana. We are ready for the tip. We've got a Fort Wayne officiating crew here this evening. Coming from home, the same thing for the JV game. By the way, that was incredibly entertaining. 36-34, a lot of heated. It was a very heated ending to that game, and Huntington North taking the 2-point victory. It'll be Aubrey Dunnick against Madeline Robrock in the center circle, and Dunnick wins it pretty easily, and here we go from Hoosier Gym. Brielle Wilson handles it out top for Norwell, gives to Barger, who gets right into the lane and forces one up and in right over Robrock, and the Knights lead 2-0.
Boy, Brienne just exerted her will there, dropping it in over top of Robrock. Good aggressive move.
It's Carmen Cook on the other end. Rouse nearly fouled, and then it's a turnover. So the first Huntington turnover, the Knights get out and run. Wilson with a stop, the pull up, it's off the side of the rim, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Riley Johnson. This could be a bad shooting night for both teams. It's very interesting. It might take them a while to get settled in here in an unfamiliar setting for both. There's a little turn and a little left-hand teardrop that's no good from Madeline Robrock, and Filling runs the floor for the Knights.
Very low ceiling here at this old gym.
That's what keeps the sound in. That's a foul. Barger went up for 2, and I believe they're going to whistle Robrock for her first. It is.
Brienne Barger, very aggressive to start this game, Derek.
Barger just a 29% free throw shooter on the year, and this one's off the back iron.
Brienne, of course, a left-handed shooter. I noticed Robrock is as well.
1 for 2 goes Barger, and she's got all 3 Norwell points.
Oh, nice backdoor move there.
Beautiful, but no shot, and shot couldn't fall. The rebound and going over the back was Riley Johnson. I take it back. It's on Robrock. So that's number 2. That is a huge turn in this game. We've only played 1 minute and 3 seconds, and Robrock goes to the bench with her second foul. The 5'11 junior is going to be on the bench for probably a good chunk of time here for the Vikings.
Really interesting with the fouls. It can be difficult to get the official scorer's attention from the ends.
Yeah. Rouse right to the rim and couldn't finish. Came up a little short, but an offensive board. Barger short as well, and then a foul going the other way, most likely on Rouse. Nope, it's on Barger. Probably could have gotten either one of them there. First on the team. We've played 1 minute 20 here at Hoosier Gym, and Norwell leads 3-0. All 3 points from Brienne Barger, who averages 4.5 points a game. Nearly had it taken away. Oh, my goodness. A foul's going to be called on Brielle Wilson. And it's been called tight here in the early going.
Well, it was called inconsistently in the JV game.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And one of the results of that was JV coach Jim Wilson picking up a technical foul late.
Yeah, and he was removed from the game as he did not finish. Of course, there was only 2.2 seconds left on the clock when he went to the locker room.
Yeah, Kelby Waybright, of course, the AD, assisting him to the locker room. Not that he got thrown out of the game or anything.
No, just trying to prevent that from happening. Holland Anderson has it and bounces right side. It's Johnson into the lane and couldn't get the finish. Offensive board. Missed again. That was Riley Williams, and it was knocked out. Last touched by Norwell, and it will stay with the Vikings. You can see the Norwell bench on the end with the team sitting behind them on the stage in folding chairs. Nice inbounds pass to Williams, and having it blocked was, I think it's Anderson that had it blocked. On the other end, Filling tried to get it to Rouse in transition, but it was a kicked ball, and it'll stay with Norwell under the basket.
Boy, Brienne Barger having a great start to this basketball game.
Norwell a 50-45 favorite in the computer tonight. Wilson gets it into Dunnick over the top, into the lane, and she travels with it before outletting to Barger, and it's a Norwell turnover.
Well, that's their first. Each team now with 1.
Bringing it across for the Vikings is Holland Anderson, the 5'4" senior. Got a lot of experience, has played a long time on this Lady Vikings team. Wide open for three was Williams, who came up short. And another foul. She's kind of chasing after the ball, but going to get whistled for another personal. This one's on Riley Williams, the 5'8" junior. It's her first and the third on the team.
Huntington now 0 for 6 from the field to start this ball game.
Haven't gotten a ton of great looks either. Rowles into the lane, missed the layup. Offensive board by Filling, and the short corner shot is no good. And Holland Anderson has the rebound. And a foul called on Norwell. I think it's on, we'll check it. But if it's on Wilson, it's number 2, and it is. So foul trouble for both teams as Bria Wilson and Madeline Robrock are both on the bench for their respective teams. Two pretty good leaders of their teams as well. So some bench players going to be utilized early. Lauren Bales checks in for her.
Bales, another one of those freshmen, and a double dribble called on Riley Johnson. That'll be the second turnover for Huntington.
Yeah, she was kind of confused by the call. We are a little bit obstructed by the very corner here. Actually, the whole sideline we're obstructed from the near side. Rouse throwed up a wild shot, and Johnson has the board for Huntington.
Logan forcing up 3 shots, not be able to hit any of them to this point.
Cook had the backup, but she threw it off the foot of her teammate Riley Johnson for the third Huntington turnover. Rouse couldn't get it in transition, and yet another rebound for Riley Johnson. She's racking them up here in the early going.
Yeah, I've got her for 3 already.
Johnson pumps a 3 on the other end. This is short. Rebound is battled for and picked up by Rouse. She'll try to run, but had it knocked away, so she'll have to slow it down a bit. Filling to the rim with the left hand, and she's short. Dunnick coming in for the offensive rebound. Barger left as Rouse tried to get a pass to her. This is going to be over and back unless it's saved, and it is. Nice save to Barger in the lane, and she scores with the left hand to give Norwell a 5-point lead.
Boy, no defensive pressure on Brianne Barger there. Got all the way to the rim.
And the other thing is, Huntington didn't chase after the ball as it was trickling towards the backcourt. Rouse with the steal, and it is out of bounds. Last touched by Huntington, so it'll stay with Norwell, and they'll get it underneath the basket.
That's 5 turnovers now for Huntington. Norwell's defensive intensity has really picked up.
Rouse and Filling go to the bench here. Shelton and Top, so the Knights go significantly younger. No seniors on the floor. A sophomore, a junior, and 3 freshmen on the... I take that back. Offensive foul on the baseline. This is going to be on Dunnick.
Yep, her first, team's 4th.
So another Norwell turnover. It's just 5-0 here. We've got 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Not a lot of scoring here early on.
Huntington's having a tough time getting shots right now.
That's Williams in the corner. We had a number change. Number 4 is not on the varsity roster, but she's in the game right now for Huntington. Johnson missed the shot, and it was pulled down by Shelton on the board. And Bales has it for the Knights in the front court.
I wonder if that's Caitlin Arnold.
I think it is. She played some of the JV games, so she's getting some varsity minutes as well. This goes into the backcourt again, and it's out of bounds. So not an over and back violation, but instead out of bounds, so it's still a Norwell turnover, and Rouse will have to check back into the game for the Knights. Logan in, Aubrey out. Huntington yet to get on the board here through nearly 5 minutes of play in the first quarter.
Actually, that's Reese Kolk. Well, maybe not. Not sure who it is.
Well, that's Cook into the lane, and she finally gets one in. That was a tough contested shot, too. Played through some contact and finished, and it's 5-2. Kylie Top handles it on the other end for Norwell. Shelton looking for some help. Bounce pass into Rouse. Back out Maya for a 3 try. This one is off the backboard first, and it went right into the hands of Logan Rouse for the offensive putback. Yeah, really just a fortunate spot on a bad miss by Shelton. Yeah. Clearing out on the play was Johnson underneath the basket, and she got away with it. The foul went, I'm not sure who it went on.
Went on Shelton.
Okay.
Her first.
So it's Maya's first, and it's the team's fifth. Norwell is represented by Hickory on the scoreboards here at Hoosier Gym, and Huntington North is Terhune. Just to add to the memorabilia some more. From the baseline, missing the shot was Riley Johnson, and Shelton pulled down the board. Logan's open on the left wing. She has not taken a lot of threes this year at all. A significant number less than last year. Logan just 2 for 6 from deep here through the first 5 games of the year. Oh, my goodness. Lauren Bales is going to get called for an offensive foul.
Well, that's a tough call.
Yeah, that's
probably should have been no call.
Yeah, I agree, because she was straight up, and it was good defense, but there's no way that's an offensive foul. It's the 6th team foul here in the first quarter, so we're probably going to be shooting free throws for a while. 7-2 Norwell.
Norwell's playing aggressive defense, but it's cost them some fouls, as Huntington North only has 3 team fouls right now.
That ball nearly squirted away into another turnover. Forcing it up was number 4. We don't know who it is at this time. Barger stepped out of bounds trying to corral the rebound. And Norwell fans wanted to push.
I'll tell you who that is. That is Kate Gradeless.
Okay.
She played significant minutes in the JV game.
We've got another sub in for Norwell. Barger's going to check out, and Dunnick's going to check back in. Coach Thornton kind of chewing the baseline official at this point. Not real pleased with the way it's been called in the first 6 minutes of this game. 1:35 left in the first quarter. It's a 7-2 Norwell lead, not high scoring at all, and that's a 5-second violation. Good defense on the Norwell inbound. Huntington North, I believe that's turnover number 6.
Yep. That's what I've got them for anyway, unofficially.
Rouse into the front court for the Knights. Gets it to Bales, who will pump a 3 and bury it. Lauren Bales is good from deep. Bales continues the hot shooting, and there's an offensive foul drawn by Aubrey Dunnick, and everybody on the team there to help her up.
Yeah, she just had great position inside, and Carmen Cook went right through her.
Yeah, Cook just went right through his right. Bales is now 6 for 11 on the season from the three-point line. That's the best on the team, and the Knights have a 10-2 lead.
Yeah, and by a pretty good margin. You know, after their very first game, I told a couple of folks I thought Bales was going to be their best shooter from beyond the arc.
And she has looked it so far, beginning to fit the mold of a varsity player. Yeah,
that's 2 fouls on Williams.
Yeah, so both teams starting to mount the fouls. It's been called pretty tight here in the first quarter.
5 team fouls now on Huntington.
Bales inbounds to Rouse, who got it. Logan Rouse didn't even come down with the ball, shot it first, and Norwell leads by 10. 4 points for Logan, a 12-2 lead. Getting stuck on the baseline was Larissa Johnson, but she got it off, and Huntington will retain possession. That's Cook in the near corner, trying to create some space on offense. Norwell is playing very tight on defense. Johnson got open at the top of the key and buries the 3.
Well, that's her first points. She's now 1 of 6 from the field.
Just the second bucket of the first quarter for Huntington. Dunnick gives it off to Shelton. No foul call. Tried to draw it, and this is going to be a tie-up, and it'll go back to Huntington North.
That was an awkward-looking play by the Knights. Looked like they were trying to run a little give and go, and
yeah, it was just kind of broken
came
up.
And went.
Yeah, it did, and it was broken the entire way. We've got 14 seconds left in the quarter. The Vikings probably looking for the last shot. They can make it a 2-possession game here after being dominated and struggling from the field. 3 is no good by Holland Anderson. Shelton pulls down the rebound, and the quarter expires. The buzzer did not go off.
Yeah, the quarter was over.
Yeah. Quarter's over, and that will do it for quarter number one. So it was a back-and-forth quarter, not a lot of scoring. Both teams shooting pretty poorly from the field, but it's a 7-point Norwell lead. We'll take a break and return after these words from our sponsors. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Yeah, welcome back to Hoosier Gym. Norwell leads at 12-5 after one quarter of play. And both teams in some foul trouble. Riley Williams, Madeline Robrock with 2 for Huntington, and Brielle Wilson's been on the bench for a long time and remains on the bench to start the second quarter with 2 fouls for Norwell.
Norwell absolutely dominating on the boards. They've got 10 to Huntington's 5 as they commit their 4th turnover.
This gym seats 675, and it is almost at capacity.
And it's getting warm.
Yeah, it is warming up. Certainly glad I bought the limited edition T-shirt. Specially made.
I got the color right.
Yeah, you do.
Red shirts here at the Hoosier Gym.
The Hickory look, if you've seen the Hickory Pacers jerseys. By the way, Norwell got Hickory warm-up shirts, as it's spelled Norwell across the top. The JV player's wearing them right now. It's got their number on the front. Really cool piece of memorabilia here this evening. Wow, that was a long 3. And it was Huntington North cutting it to a 4-point deficit here in the second quarter. And a steal. Another Norwell turnover in transition, missing the shot. And Barger had the rebound, and then an over-the-back foul on Huntington. It's going to be the team's 6th.
Who'd that foul?
Well, they're trying to figure it out.
Number 12.
It's on Larissa Johnson. So both teams are going to be in the bonus for the remainder of the half. And we still got 7:01 left.
A lot of fouls.
No doubt about it. Rouse has it for Norwell. She's been the undisputed leader of this team so far. She's averaging 16.5 points a game. Huntington knocked it out on the baseline.
Felling trying to force it into Rouse. The Knights are actually fortunate that ball was knocked out of bounds.
Yep. Bales looking for somebody to get it into. Finally does to Dunnick, and Bales gets the 3 off. It's no good, and an over-the-back foul on Breanne Barger is going to give Huntington.
Went on Rouse.
Okay. There's been a lot of fouls called here in this early going, and if you're Huntington, you got to be thinking, hey, it's a chance for us to get back in the game because we haven't shot it well from outside, and if we can make some free throws, we got a chance. Riley Johnson at the line, the 5'8" senior. He's got 3 points, hit a 3 in that first quarter, and gets the front end to earn the bonus.
Well, she's really stepped up, taking the majority of Huntington's shots with Robrock on the bench.
2 for 2 goes Johnson, and we've got a 12-10 ball game. So an 8-0 extended run here for Huntington North. Filling takes it right to the rim and couldn't finish with the left hand, but the Knights get the offensive board. Rouse is blocked from behind, and it's going to be a foul call on Riley Johnson, her first. So it'll be Logan going to the line, 67% free throw shooter on the year. And we talked about this could be a lower scoring game just because of the teams trying to get into the flow. And Rouse is well off to the left on her first attempt. So the Knights now 1 for 3 from the line as a team.
Logan was really good the first couple of games from the free throw line.
And she gets 1 for 2. Rouse has 5, and it's a 13-10 Norwell lead. It's back to 3. 6.5 left in the first half. Cook picked up her dribble. Now they fronted the post there to Johnson, and it still didn't work as Riley scores. She has 7 of Huntington's 12 points.
Well, that was a very well-placed pass.
It was. And that's what you got to do if you're Huntington, because you know Norwell's going to front it all night, so you've got to go over the top. That's a nice pass into Barger. Couldn't get the shot, but she draws the foul on Larissa Johnson. That's number 2 on her, and it'll send Barger back to the line.
Yeah, well-run play there by the Lady Knights. Barger just cutting down the lane.
Barger, a 29% free throw shooter coming in, 1 for 2 so far, and this one is good. Barger has 6. If you haven't noticed, the subs check in at the corner of the floor. So it's very interesting to get a sub horn. There's supposed to be an official looking for that here tonight, as I was told by an event coordinator here at Huntington North. Barger goes 1 for 2. So it's just a 2-point Norwell lead. Offensive foul. This is on Taylor Royce, who just checked into the game, the 5'11 sophomore. There have just been a ton of fouls called in this game. Shelton into the game for Norwell. Out goes Barger, making the long jog from one end of the floor to the other. Bales has played a ton of minutes here in the first half, much more than she normally does. The Knights have gone with a lot of youth, with Wilson on the bench with 2 fouls. Had Rouse cutting across the lane, but couldn't find her in time. Dunnick from the short corner couldn't get it to go, and the rebound's pulled down by Riley Johnson, who's probably approaching double figures here in the first half. Johnson had the 3 blocked. It's tipped around. Last touch by Huntington. It'll belong to Norwell.
Was that Rouse with the block there?
It was. So Logan, the 5'8 senior, comes up with the block on the 3. And it looked pretty clean from here. We've got a terrific angle, kind of sitting right on top of it from a bird's eye view.
To your point, Johnson with 7 points so far. Nice move.
Dunnick taking it to the rack, 16-12.
Well, Aubrey can just do things that a lot of girls can't. Very athletic, very strong.
Cook handles the basketball for the Vikings. A 4-point deficit here for Huntington with 5:08 left in the second quarter. This is Cook again. Top of the key. Tried to shake Bales off. In the corner, it's Riley Johnson who misses the 3. Rebound knocked around and pulled down by Maya Shelton for Norwell, and the Knights are going to try to push again. Filling into the lane, spin move, can't get it, but right there is Rouse who had it blocked. She gets her own rebound, and now it's being... Oh, they're going to give a timeout to Huntington as Riley Johnson was rolling around on the floor. Heidi Lawson gets the timeout call. This will be a full one, so we'll take it along with Coach Lawson. Be back after these words from our sponsors. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
Welcome back to Hoosier 10. Huntington North with the basketball coming out of their own timeout as they push it into the front court. This is Carmen Cook with the basketball, trapped in the corner. Riley Johnson has been the leader for this Vikings team, and she gets called for an offensive foul. That's a big foul because Johnson just picked up number 2, and that's probably going to send her to the bench. It's another Huntington turnover. Checking into the game for the first time is going to be 5'6" sophomore Bailey Double. And not pleased with herself as Johnson, because now all of Huntington's offense to this point disappears.
Yeah, with Robrock and Johnson on the bench, not a lot of firepower out there for the Vikings.
Kylie Top with the basketball. Nearly throws it away. Recovered by Shelton. Ball is still loose. Dunnick, it's still loose. It's kicked around, picked up by Rouse just before it went over and back. Shelton gets into the lane, and a blocking foul called on Carmen Cook. That's a break for the Knights.
It's her second.
Everybody's in foul trouble. It's, I believe, the 11th or 12th team foul here for Huntington here in the first half. And Shelton is going to get the double bonus.
Well, I've got him for 10.
Okay.
But all stats are unofficial.
Shelton good on her first. Maya was 4 of 6 coming into the game from the stripe. Doesn't take a lot of time, and she goes 2 for 2 and gives the Knights a 6-point lead.
Good rotation on that free throw.
Yeah, Maya's a good shooter. Hasn't shot it tremendously well as of late, but started off the season blazing hot from the field. Averages just over 5 points a game. Holland Anderson has it, and a 3 by Bailey Double, who just got into the game. Couldn't get it to go, and the Knights have the rebound. Norwell's been trying to push the pace more so than Huntington. And we noted it's a smaller floor, so you can get down the floor in a much bigger hurry than you're used to. Shelton into the lane, comes up short, and Taylor Royce pulls down the rebound for Huntington. That's Royce again, the turnaround from 12 feet, well short. And Norwell's going to use a timeout here. This is going to be their first. This is a 30, so we'll keep it here. And we'll let you know that be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that is best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first home improvement, 260-307-6313. And call and make a convenient appointment for you at Steffen Financial, 110 West Cherry Street in Bluffton, to discuss your retirement, Social Security, or long-term care insurance questions. Call Steffen Financial at 260-824-8175. Greg, we've got 3:16 left in the first half. It's been a little bit sloppy here on both ends, but Norwell has a 6-point lead.
Well, and a big part of that lead is the fact that Norwell is just dominating on the boards.
Yeah.
I've got him for 17 rebounds already, 16 rebounds to Huntington, who's still in single digits.
That is a ton of rebounds. The Knights turn it over, a careless turnover, as it went right through the hands of Filling. She'll be charged with the turnover. She averages over 2.5 a game, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, throwing up a wild shot is Riley Johnson, who checked back into the game at the timeout and gets the foul call on Barger.
That'll be Brienne's second.
Oh, they're going to say it's a 1-and-1. So he said the foul was on the floor. Barger picks up her second, and she'll go back to the bench here.
Aubrey Dunnick checking in.
Johnson's front end is good. Riley's got a good-looking shot. 8 points for her out of Huntington's 13. And she is 2 for 2. So it's back to a 4-point deficit for Huntington North. 9 points for Johnson. Knights still with tremendous amount of youth on the floor. 2 juniors. It's almost a 10-second violation, as you can get a little bit confused by the 2 lines at half court. Just got to get used to that for tonight's game only.
Well, Lauren Bales has been on the floor a lot in this first half.
She
has.
has.
The Knights turn it over again.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a nice shot off here at some point. Anderson came up with a steal. Filling nearly got the steal, but corralling it before she could was Carmen Cook, who hasn't gotten a lot of touches. She's gotten a lot fewer touches than I thought she would so far. She's going to try to dish to Johnson. This is Holland Anderson on the bounce. Riley Johnson drives baseline, puts it up, and got it. Touch off the glass. Riley Johnson has 11 points, and it's 18-16. Well, Norwell has never trailed in this game. They ran out to a 12-2 lead but have never relinquished the lead to this point. Huntington's kept it close the entire game as Rouse scores. She's got 7, and it's 20-16. Johnson pulls up for a 3-try and hits it. Riley Johnson is on fire. 14 points. It's 20-19.
Well, the Knights have to recognize she's the only offense they have, and they need to get in her grill. I think that's what Coach Thornton is saying right now. Double checks back in.
So does Maya Shelton as Kylie Top takes a seat. Riley Johnson sits down for Huntington. So now again, the offense disappears for the Vikings to the bench, at least for a moment. Shelton in the corner with a shot fake. Rouse on the bounce, goes to the right side. They just can't stop her. Nobody's stepping over to help real well. And Rouse has taken great advantage. She's got 9. It's back out to a 3-point lead for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, she missed those shots in the first quarter. Now they're starting to fall. She's hit 4 of her last 5 attempts.
That's Holland Anderson, top of the key. Leaves it for double. Carmen Cook between the circles. Holland Anderson, a step back long 2. Her foot was on the line. It's no good. Rebound is kicked around on the floor and a jump ball call. And it'll stay with Huntington on the alternating possession.
Well, that was a tough shot by Anderson. You don't see too many step-back 3 attempts in the girls' game.
Special night, full side here on Norwell's side. Almost full on Huntington's side. Just a great crowd, a great atmosphere. Last touched by Norwell as they knock it out of bounds, and Huntington gets it on the sideline.
I think that went off the back of Logan Rowell's leg.
Yep. It is very tight. Her back is basically pressed up against the bleachers. Actually, it is, as a matter of fact. And she gets it into Carmen Cook. It's basically bleachers to bleachers here, is the sidelines here at Hoosier Gym. In the lane, and a turnaround again. This one's good. Nice touch by Taylor Royce. Makes it a 1-point game. Royce was in the lane for a long time. Rouse open for 3 from the wing and tried to draw the foul call. She went to the floor, and that hit the wire. So Coach Thornton is giving it to the official right now.
Yeah, Logan got bumped on the block-out attempt. Ended up on her backside, no call.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was going to be 3 shots. But it definitely would have been 2 because the Knights are in the double bonus. So it might have been on the floor, but Coach Thornton wanting a foul anyway. Huntington North can take their first lead of the game here.
Oh, my.
In the corner. Buries it. Huntington has the lead. Shelton, 5 seconds left in the half. Knights got to get a shot off. In the corner, Bales over the top. They tried it, but there wasn't enough time left. And on the last play of the half, Huntington takes the lead, 24-22. Well, the Vikings go on a little bit of a run right at the end of the first half. They're making some noise, and we'll go ahead and take a halftime break. We'll let you hear from some sponsors, tally up the halftime statistics, and be back. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at GrableInsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days. To apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. HughesRJim.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
At First Bank of Bern, we follow a set of ideals and values that define who we are. Honesty, integrity, respect, and compassion. They guide us every day in our work and in our lives. Because we believe banking should be easy, and everyone should be treated with respect, regardless of their account size. It's why people have trusted us with their banking for generations. It makes us who we are. First Bank of Bern. We believe in the value of people. Member FDIC.
It's estimated that 1 in 4 children has a vision-related condition that can affect learning. Your child's vision can make a big difference in academic performance. Annual exams are recommended to rule out vision problems that may interfere with your child's vision, development, and academic performance. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care can detect any vision problems your child may have, which can then be promptly treated. Our optometrists provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best by combining experience and expertise with the latest technology.
To look and feel your best, visit Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424 or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Now, welcome back to Hoosier Gym. We are at halftime. Huntington North has a 24-22 lead. It was their first lead of the entire half. They got it right before the buzzer. A three-pointer put the Vikings in front. And, Greg, I know you have some halftime statistics to share with us.
Yeah, it's crazy, Derek. Norwell really dominated in pretty much every area except for putting the ball in the basket, and they're really not even that far removed from Huntington. However, where Huntington excelled was from beyond the three-point line, and we'll talk about it. As a team, Huntington was 7-25 from the field, both teams with 25 shots, but they were 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. Reese Kolklesser, the freshman, had a couple of those in the second quarter, and Riley Johnson added a couple as well. The Vikings were also 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They committed 8 turnovers and had a total of 8 rebounds in the first half with Robach on the bench. So not much of a rebounding presence at all, but they lead by 2 points. Individually, Riley Johnson was all the offense for the Huntington North Lady Vikings in the first half. She had 14. Then Reese Kolklesser had those 2 threes that we mentioned. Also chipping in with 2 points apiece were Taylor Royce and Carmen Koch. For the Lady Knights, they were 8 of 25 from the field in the first half, but just 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Lauren Bales has taken 2 of those threes. Logan Rouse took 1, as did Maya Shelton, but they've only hit 1 of them. The Knights doing pretty well from the free throw line tonight, 5 of 8 from the line. They've dominated on the board, 16 rebounds to Huntington North's 8, and committed 7 turnovers to Huntington North's 8 as well. Individually, Logan Rouse leading the way in scoring. She's got 9 in the first half. Brianne Barger had an excellent first quarter and had 1 point to follow that up in the second quarter for a total of 6. Lauren Bales had a 3-pointer. and then Aubrey Dunnick and Maya Shelton chipped in with 2 apiece for a total of 22 for the Lady Knights.
Greg, in some ways, this game is reminiscent of last year's contest. Norwell, I think, played the better game last year, without a doubt, and Huntington was able to pull out a victory. Kind of got a similar situation here in the fact that Huntington didn't take the lead until the last 15 seconds of the half. Norwell didn't get a good shot off. Actually, they didn't get a shot at all off on their last possession of the half, kind of losing track of time a little bit, and it's cost them. And really, Norwell went on a big run to start, 12-2. Huntington answered with an 8-0 extended run. It wasn't a run, but they scored 8 consecutive points before the Knights were able to score again. And I think that was kind of the turning point, because ever since then we've been really, really close. Norwell had held the lead for almost 16 minutes. But, Greg, this second half could be entirely different, because you're going to have Wilson back in the game. You're going to have Robrock back in the game. So both of these offenses could change a little bit in where their offense is coming from.
Well, and defensively, I think one of the things Coach Thornton's probably talking about in the locker room right now is the Knights came out playing excellent ball pressure in the first quarter, forced Huntington North into 5 turnovers in that first quarter, and the defensive intensity just wasn't there in the second quarter. Huntington only committing 2 turnovers, and I think that's something that the Knights are going to have to bring back to the table if they want to retake the lead in this second half.
Well, I agree with you. We'll go ahead and take another timeout. We've got about 2 minutes before the start of the second half. We'll be back in a minute. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in northern Indiana. Are you suffering from chronic pain? Maybe you just had a knee replacement, or are an athlete injured during a recent game, or just someone who tweaked your back perfecting your golf swing. Choose IPT for your physical therapy. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find any of our 17 Indiana Physical Therapy locations near you and know that we will assist you in getting you back to work, play, and life. Contact IPT or your physician to start your therapy today. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Now, welcome back to historic Hoosier Gym. We are just about ready to get the second half underway. Derek Ducker, Greg Van Meter, Jacob Collins on the call. It's been a good one so far. It's been tight, just like the JV game was. We've been treated to some really good basketball here this evening. Yeah, we really have. It's been a lot of fun down here at Hoosier Gym. It's going to be a late night for everybody who's made the trip down here. It's already 9:15. That varsity game did get started till after. It was probably 7:50 by the time it got started. Well, on the floor for Huntington to start this second half will be most notably Madeline Robrock, and she'll be accompanied by Riley Johnson, Carmen Cook, Holland Anderson, and Riley Williams, who's in there. For Norwell, it's going to be Kaylee Filling, Brielle Wilson, Breanne Barger, Logan Rouse, and Aubrey Dunnick as the third quarter begins and the Knights have the basketball. Kaylee Filling on the left wing in the corner to Brielle Wilson. Cross-court pass. Nice ball movement here on the first possession. Nobody's looking to shoot a lot here, though. Baseline to Dunnick. Wilson's going to pull the trigger, and she missed everything. Nice rebound by Rouse without going over the back as she was being boxed out. Filling for a tray. She missed. Another offensive board, as was the theme in the first half. Wilson for 3, and she got it. The Knights got 3 opportunities. They finally convert. Wilson with her first bucket, and the Knights are back on top by 1. Well, there's that intensity we talked about, Derek. The Knights now up more than double rebounds what the Vikings have. Yeah, and it's really a surprise that it's this close. You just you get the feeling that Norwell's played so much better. Robrock, the turnaround, missed it. That's the shot Huntington's looking for. They're okay taking that. They kind of go 4 around 1 when Robrock is in there. and just try to create offense for her, but she missed the turnaround.
Yeah, Robrock just spent very little time on the floor in the first half.
Now, Robrock is much bigger than anybody else on the floor for Norwell. Barger for three. This one missed the rim and hit the backboard. Barger has not shot it well from outside. She's now 0 for 8 on the year. And she shot it really well from outside last year.
Especially at the beginning of the season.
Cross-court pass to Riley Johnson, who drove baseline. No call, and now late call, offensive foul.
That's a really tough call on Riley Johnson.
It was way late, too, as it looked like it was going to be a no call. And Johnson's going to go right back to the bench. Really disappointing for her. She's played well. Back into the game is Larissa Johnson. Both of them 5'8" seniors.
Yeah, you got to.
Barger's going to go over and back. No, they said it was tipped. Heidi Lawson is wanting an explanation for that. You know, you can almost hear a slap on the wrist through the headset. At least that's what it sounded like. Filling pulls up from the elbow and misses, and the rebound is pulled down by Carmen Cook for Huntington. Outlet to Robrock in transition, and she's fouled from behind on the floor. So no shot, and I think it's going to go on Logan Rouse.
It does. That's her second, team's first. Maya Shelton's going to check in for the Knights. Barger takes the seat.
Guarding the inbounds pass is Rouse. Keying it in for Huntington North is Larissa Johnson. Cook handles it for Huntington. Into the lane. Johnson, the turnaround, missed it. Robrock tried to get the rebound over the top of Rouse, and Dunnick pulled it down anyway. And the strong rebounding continues for Norwell. Here's Filling. Bounce pass into the corner to Maya Shelton. Maya, baseline. Oh, nice pass. Rouse got free and scores. Logan into double figures with 11. It's a 3-point Norwell lead again.
Well-executed play again by the Lady Knights. They've gotten several easy baskets on that play. And
Robrock
out of bounds.
Threw it right off of the bleachers. Nobody was there. Heidi Lawson is going to utilize a timeout here. It'll be a 30, so we'll keep it here. And the Norwell faithful starting to make some noise. While we have a moment, we'll let you know that Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accepts all insurances. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit IndianaIPT.com. And more than just a hardware store, Reed's Do It Best Hardware has a gift shop, paint department, rental department, and yes, hardware. They're open 7 days a week to best serve you, located on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Norwell 27, Huntington North 24. Heidi Lawson using her second time out of the game, and the Lady Knights will have it coming out of the break.
Norwell's gotten 6 shots here in the third quarter already to Huntington North 2.
That all goes back to that first possession for Norwell. Yep. They got a couple of offensive rebounds, 3 chances at it. Shelton's open in the corner. Instead bounced to Barger, who checked back in, and she stepped right on the baseline, and that's just a matter of knowing where you're at on the floor.
Yeah, it's easy to do here. It's a short floor.
Yep, it just those kind of mistakes are going to happen on a night like tonight. Now, Huntington has led probably a total of about a minute of this game. Robrock missed the shot. She'll be tied up. It'll stay with the Vikings. Robrock is frustrated inside. She just can't get anything to go because that was a pretty good look.
Yeah, she took that up with her right hand. I believe she's naturally a lefty. She's 0 for 3 from the field tonight.
Yep, still has not scored, but hasn't played a lot of minutes at all. Turn around and scoring off the glass is Riley Williams, and it's back down to a 1-point lead for Norwell. Williams with her first bucket of the game.
Reese Colclesser that wasn't Colclesser, that was Holly Anderson.
Filling looking for Barger underneath, kicking it out. Nice ball movement around the horn to Wilson. Couldn't get the roll. Out of bounds, last touched by Huntington North. It'll stay with Norwell as they get yet another rebound on the dead ball. Bales into the game for Filling. Nice find by Filling. I thought Barger might have gone up with that underneath the basket, but she felt she was too far underneath. Brielle pumps one from 15 and hits. Long 2. It's a 3-point lead again for Norwell as Wilson's got 5.
Boy, that is just changes the complexion for the Norwell offense with Brielle in there.
It does, and it's a senior leader that can knock down a big shot. And she's done it a couple of times. Once in the Canterbury game we've talked about, knocked down a huge shot in that game. Robrock had it partially blocked. A circus shot off the top of the glass falls for Holland Anderson, and she can tie the game with a free throw. Her first basket of the game. Huntington's starting to get a lot of different kids involved on offense here in the second half. Just kind of threw up a prayer, and it rolled in. And Rouse is going to check out momentarily here. Aubrey Dunnick back into the game for Norwell. Anderson's free throw is good, and we've got a tie ball game at 29.
Well, that was a good-looking free throw from Holland Anderson.
Halfway through the third quarter, we've decided nothing so far here at Hoosier Gym. Shelton into the lane, bounced it to Dunnick, who scores and draws the foul. Aubrey Dunnick has a chance to answer the three-point play. She's got 4 now. She'll go to the line for 1. 4 of 12 on the year, just 33%.
That was Cole Klesser's first foul.
Dunnick has always struggled from the line, but this one is good. And Norwell is back out to a 3-point lead. It's been a common figure here in the second half. 5 points for Dunnick, 32-29. Wilson tried to jump the passing lane. It left open in the corner. Cole Klesser, who missed the shot. Rebound is saved in to Aubrey Dunnick. Nice save by Wilson on the baseline. Knights looking to build on that 3-point lead. Barger spins and missed the shot with the right hand. And pulling down the rebound was Carmen Cook for Huntington North. I think was that Johnson or was it?
It was number 12.
Yeah, it was. It was Larissa Johnson who checked back in. Missed the shot, but it was last touched by the Lady Knights. Brianne Barger's going to check out as Rouse replaces her. Underneath the basket, it's Holland Anderson keying it in, found Robrock, and just can't do that if you're Norwell. Let her touch the ball inside. She's probably going to score just about every time she gets it in that spot, and she's finally on the board.
Well, it took her 5 shots to get there, but she gets her first 2.
Holland Anderson active on the defensive end, nearly creating the turnover. Dunnick on the baseline. Missed the shot with the right hand. Got to finish, but she saves it in. Norwell gets another opportunity, and Shelton double dribbles.
Second turnover of the second half on the Knights.
Coach Thornton does not like the call. Said it went right off her hand, but instead called the double dribble. I thought it was a good call. And Huntington can once again take the lead. The Lady Vikings 3-4 coming in. Both of these teams on a 2-game losing streak. And looking to break that in an important conference game. Rouse gets it.
That's great hustle by Logan Rouse.
It certainly was, and it creates the turnover. Logan tried to call for timeout. She wasn't granted, but it turns out okay for Norwell as they had the alternating possession.
Logan just literally dove on that basketball.
Wilson inbounds to Lauren Bales, who is walking the tightrope, and I don't think she knew it.
No, she didn't.
Wilson handed it off to Rouse, who lost control and then turns it over, and Robrock picks it up for the Vikings. Running the floor is Cook, and off the glass, rebounded, no good again. That was blocked from behind as Robrock tried the rebound put back. Cole Klesser gets it off to Holland Anderson. She'll reset the Vikings offense. Goes behind the back, step back 3, got it. Beautiful play from Holland Anderson. Gives Huntington North a 2-point lead.
That's twice she's done that tonight. The attempt, first one she's made.
34-32. We're experiencing some backlog issues at the moment, so if you're experiencing that and your picture freezes, go ahead and refresh your screen. Nice pass to Dunnick, who finishes, assisted by Logan Rouse.
Great pass by Rouse. Dunnick with a nice left hand there.
34 all.
Oh, great pass from Cole Klesser inside to Koch, but good recovery there from Rouse.
Underneath the basket, turning and scoring is Robrock. Robrock is starting to get her feet under her. It's now a 2-point lead for Huntington, I believe. That's what you've got, correct?
2-point lead.
Okay, well, scoreboard's showing a 1-point lead. Shelton answers with the bucket. Makes it 38-34.
That's Maya's first field goal.
Take it back, 36 all. Going the other way. We'll have to fix that.
Foul's going to go on Maya Shelton, her second.
Shelton has 4 points now for Norwell.
Well, I've got Huntington North at 36.
I do too. I've got a tie game. The scoreboard not showing the same as we continue to be pushed back on the backlog.
Felling back in for the Knights. They definitely have 36. It's a tie game right now.
Just make sure to refresh your screen. We really apologize, but just not a great connection here at Hoosier Gym. It's now a 1-point lead for Huntington North.
The only way that could be correct,
unless it was a 2 on the step back, and it could be.
Yep.
So we'll check it. Filling and one, got the bucket and draws the foul.
Well, that had to be the case, Derek.
Yep. It's Jeff Kokenauer down there, and he rarely makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So we're going to say it's 38-36.
The foul was that must have been on Robrock. I didn't catch it.
I didn't either.
I'm guessing it was on Robrock since she took a seat.
And she's got 3. No player fouls here either for either team. Filling can give Norwell a 3-point lead, and she does not, as her struggles continue. 1 for 11 on the year from the line.
That was Larissa Johnson pulling down the rebound.
Cook skips it to Cole Klusser. And now it's Holland Anderson pulling up from long range and no good. Rebound nearly taken away from Rouse, but eventually controlled by the Knights.
Yeah, it had to have been a long 2 that Anderson hit.
Brielle on the dribble. Wilson, backdoor to Filling, it's there, and she got fouled. Couldn't hit the shot, but she'll go to the line for 2.
That's on Larissa Johnson. It's her third. It is.
Well, here's the deal, though, for Norwell. Normally that's a good play, but Filling just 1 for 11 from the line. And this one rims out. She just cannot find the bottom of the net. Dunnick back into the game as Bales takes a seat with 19 seconds left here in the third quarter.
The Knights now 6 of 11 from the free throw line.
The team shooting just 44% on the year, and finally Filling sees one go through. She's got 3 now. It's a 3-point lead for Norwell. 15 seconds left. Johnson scores. Turned around. They got it through to her.
That's her first 2 of the second half. First shot she's taken.
She's got 16. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Rouse for 3 at the buzzer off the back iron. And the third quarter comes to a close. The score reads, after 3, Norwell 39, Huntington 38. Back in 60 seconds. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of a memory.
Welcome back to historic Hoosier Gym. Norwell takes a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. They lead the Lading Vikings 39-38. This game was a 2-point lead for Huntington at halftime, 24-22. Knights outscoring Huntington 17-14 in that third quarter. And the Vikes start with the basketball nearly turned over. Cook comes up with it, though, and will set up the Huntington North offense. Cook tried a little step back. Riley Johnson, who has been a ton of Huntington's offense, she's got 16 points to this juncture. Into the lane, Anderson off the back iron, rebounded by Logan Rouse. So the Knights try to run with it, filling into the front court. Kaylee finds Logan. Rouse on the dribble. Brielle, pump fake. And Filling travels with the basketball. That has been a common theme for Kaylee as she struggles to, she's just got to focus and get out of that bad habit, and it's a tough habit to break.
Yeah, it is. You get that little skip in your step before you put the ball down. You really got to work at it.
Cook on the dribble. Oh, nearly traveling with it was Johnson. Turn around. Johnson missed the shot. And a foul going the other way. If that's on Riley Johnson, it's number 4. And it is.
Ooh, that hurts.
That hurts Huntington big time with 7:07 to go.
Derek, Huntington's 5 for 5 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, that's
have not missed a free throw.
No, but they haven't gotten there often, and that's been the key for Norwell. They've gotten there, I believe, 12 times, maybe 13. And Filling scores off the glass. Kaylee Filling has her 5th point, and it's 41-38. Back to a 3-point lead for Norwell. That's Anderson looking for some help. Finally gets it off to Carmen Cook, who's on the top of the key. That's Cole Klesser in the left wing.
Cole Klesser's played a ton of minutes as a freshman.
Nice play to Robrock, but she missed it badly. Offensive board, and no good again as Larissa Johnson couldn't hit the turnaround. Almost got it to go, but Norwell can extend the lead beyond one possession for the first time in a while. Barger, the spin. She's done it all night and scores with the left hand. Barger has 8 points. It's a 5-point Norwell lead. Timeout, Huntington North. Heidi Lawson's going to use a 30. And the Norwell fans to their feet. We'll keep it right here on the timeout. And we'll let you know that eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. To look and feel your best, visit Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424 or visit online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Little baseball news, Derek. Who do you think is the new manager of the New York Yankees?
Couldn't tell you.
Who would you guess?
Well, there's been lots of rumors out there, so you're just going to have to break it to me because there's been a lot of trade. I've been following that on trade rumors this week on Twitter.
Aaron Boone.
Yeah, that would be.
That's surprising to me.
It is, but that was the one, right? But that was the one that was on the trade rumors as coming off of ESPN and filling in there for the Yankees. Turning it over on the inbounds was Johnson. Knights in transition, nearly turned it over. Anderson jumped in the passing lane of Barger, but the Knights will keep it underneath their own basket. They lead it by 5 with 6:03 to play here at Hoosier Gym. Nice inbounds. Barger scores. It's a 7-point Norwell lead.
Well, that was an excellent pass by Brielle Wilson. Great touch.
Carmen Cook with the basketball.
Norwell playing with a lot of energy right now.
They sure are. They've finally broken out a little bit. They've dominated the course of this game, and just the scoreboard hasn't showed it. Oh, nice play. That's a really nice give and go, but she couldn't get it. Robrock gets the rebound, and we'll go back to the line for Huntington North. Larissa Johnson couldn't finish, but Rouse picks up the foul. It's her 3rd. Team's 4th, so a lot fewer fouls. The pace has been much, much better here in the second half.
Yeah, much more enjoyable to watch, and they're not stopping it every 10 seconds.
Robrock has 4 points to her credit tonight. The lefty misses the first free throw attempt. Lauren Bales checks back in for Norwell, and out goes Brielle Wilson. Probably not for long, though. Can't imagine Brielle staying out of the game for a long stretch here in the 4th quarter. And that's no good. So Robrock nowhere close on the free throws, and it's a break for Norwell. Still a 7-point lead. Lauren Bales crosses the timeline for Norwell. Here is Kylie Top, cross-court pass, Bales in the corner for three. Got it! A huge three gives Norwell a 10-point lead. It's the biggest it's been in the game.
Great find by Top.
Bales with 6. Anderson, 10 seconds. They didn't know where they were at on the floor. Both teams have done it all night. It's the first time it's been called, and it's another Huntington turnover. This thing's starting to slip a little bit away from the Vikings.
Riley Johnson's going to have to check back in with 4 fouls. They need
Robrock,
a steadying force here.
Robrock is out of the game. And Norwell has a 10-point lead. Finally, they get across the line. Kaylee Filling bounces in a tight quarter to Top. She's trying to dribble out of it. It's still being guarded heavily. Barger, oh, she didn't travel. Okay, they got her a timeout, so I thought everybody in the place thought he was going to call a travel. Instead, he grants the timeout to Coach Thornton, and it'll be a 30. So we'll let you know that Daniels Jewelers does in-house repair, specializing in restoration and resetting, prong retipping and resizing, or maybe it's time for a new style. Choose from many designers and settings. Daniels Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton. We've got 4:44 left. Norwell 48, Huntington 38. And Greg, Norwell has finally been able to create some separation here against the Lady
Well,
Knights.
and it's been their defense. Huntington North has not scored in 3 minutes and 16 seconds here in the fourth quarter. They are 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line. And Norwell's just done a really good job of making the shots challenging for the Lady Vikings.
Well, it's a double-digit lead, and Norwell has the basketball underneath their own basket. The inbounds comes to Rouse, who missed the shot with the right hand, and then Barger goes over the back as Carmen Cook was boxing her out. It's the 5th on the team. It's the 3rd on Barger.
And the contrast on the field goal side striking, Derek. Norwell 4 of 5 from the field in this fourth quarter.
Between the legs dribble, trying to create some offense. Anderson's getting fouled by a Top as she just kind of reached out and bumped her a couple of times. And Kylie's going to pick up her first. Kylie's not played a lot in this game. It's actually her second. And going back to that point, Top has not played a lot. She's going to check back out here with Filling. In comes Wilson and Dunnick for Norwell. Long time getting it in here. Finally inbounds. Oh, foul's going to be called on Barger. And that's the 3rd foul on this trip. So it's going to send Huntington now to the line. Riley Johnson, who has 16 points to her credit here this evening, will go to the stripe, and Shelton is back in. The Knights are really rotating some subs in. This is more like what we've seen from Coach Thornton the last couple of games. Not a ton of subs. And we touched on in the pregame, Coach Thornton says that the coaching staff has to do a better job of that, and they've done a great job here tonight. Johnson hits the front end to earn the bonus. She has been a ton of Huntington's offense here tonight. The facilitator, the scorer, she's been everything.
We got her for 17 at this point. Make it 18.
This one is good, 48-40. 18 points for Riley Johnson. Knights now having some trouble against the backcourt pressure, but quickly broken by Logan Rouse. Dunnick on the baseline, one strong dribble and scores at the rim, and it's 50-40.
Man, you love to see that move from Aubrey Dunnick.
Yeah, she can do it. That's Cole Klesser pulling up from 15, missing the shot. That's a big miss for Huntington, as Norwell might slow it down here with just 4 minutes to play in a 10-point lead. Instead, they turn it over. Coming out of there with it is Carmen Cook. High dribble, had trouble handling it, but scores with the left hand, and it's back to an 8-point lead. That was a big turnover there for Norwell. They could have taken a big lead. Instead, Huntington will close the gap a little bit, and Coach Thornton will utilize his 3rd timeout of the game. This one is a full one, so we'll take it along with him and be back after this 60-second timeout. This is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Hoosier Gym. The Knights have it on the inbounds. It'll be Kylie that's Shelton into the lane. Top has not played a lot tonight. The Knights turn it over again. Ball's in the backcourt being rolled around, and it's still being fought for. A jump ball is called. That gives it back to Norwell. That wasn't controlled by either player ever. I'm not sure how he got that call, and it's a huge break for the Knights.
Yeah, I'm still crediting the Knights with a turnover on that play.
Inbounds comes to Filling and Brielle Wilson. Shelton across the timeline for the Knights. Maya hands it off to Brielle, who's fouled, as Anderson tried to fight through to break the pass up. It's her first. Just the 6th. So the next one will put Norwell in the bonus. 3:18 to play.
Huntington bringing a lot more energy in the backcourt right now on the defensive side.
This is where Norwell started to struggle a year ago.
Oh.
Rouse will finish, and it's back to a 10-point lead. That's a huge bucket for Rouse. She's got 15. Into the lane, though. Cook will miss the layup. Shelton had it ripped away, but got it back. The Knights have numbers. Couldn't find Brielle Wilson. In transition, Dunnick puts it on the floor.
Oh, what a move.
And,
that was a horrible call.
Gets called for an offensive foul, and that is unbelievable. That's an unbelievable.
Yeah, that's as bad a call as you're going to see.
That's a turnover.
Aubrey Dunnick made a wonderful move to the basket, and the girl
just fell down.
Lost her step more than anything. That's just a really bad call.
Yeah, and everybody reacted behind us here. But it gives it back to Huntington North, another chance because she scored on the play. So that hurts Norwell. Could be a 12-point lead right now, but instead it's 10. The ball is again loose. How do you call a jump ball right there? Oh, now they're going to say a timeout or what?
No.
Okay, now they
Jump
gave
ball.
it to a jump ball. You know, you've got to have, both players have to have a chance at possessing the basketball before you can call a jump ball. And the last 2 times, it's been very quick. So it stays with Huntington on this end of the floor with 2:43 to play. Inbounding is Holland Anderson. She found Johnson, and she missed the shot. Now it's tied up again.
Oh, that's just...
Yeah, and it's really being called kind of like a JV game right now where a ton of jump balls.
Well, Barger had possession of that basketball.
Yeah,
Johnson did not.
No. But in any case, it stays with Norwell, and finally a timeout.
This full timeout.
This one's a full one as this game begins to become a little bit crazy here in the last 2:40 to play. That's how much we've got on the clock. We'll take a break and return after these words from our sponsors.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
welcome back to Hoosier Gym. We've got 2:40 to play, and it's a 52-42 Norwell lead. Somehow, through all the chaos, Norwell has been able to keep a 10-point lead, and Brielle Wilson will inbound. The Knights will have to go the full length of the floor. Brielle looking for somebody, nearly a 5-second count, but she got it into Dunnick, and she has it back now. Wilson got it off to Filling, who missed the shot, but got her own board, and it continues. The offensive board dominance has continued tonight. Wilson into the lane, and it spun out. It was over halfway down. This is going to be another jump ball. No, now they let it go as Rouse got Norwell another chance, and Barger is fouled.
It's going to go on Koch, I believe.
So Carmen picks up number 3, if it is. And it is. So Barger, well, that's the one you want to foul if you're Huntington. And this is just 1-1. Barger 2 for 4 on the night from the line. And the front end is good. So Brienne has her 11th point. She's in double figures. This is the best game she's played all year.
Yeah, it is. I mean, she is. Her board count, I've got her for 7 boards.
And Barger hits 2 big free throws to give Norwell their biggest lead of the game at 12. 54-42, just over 2 minutes to play. Holland Anderson still in the backcourt. Finally gets it across as being guarded by Brielle Wilson. Oh, what a swat by Aubrey Dunnick, and she comes up with it. The Knights have it in transition. Now they're going to slow it down very smartly, and the Knights will pull it back out instead of getting off a wild shot.
How about Dunnick with the block at the 3-point line?
Huge block. That might seal the game here for Norwell because they lead it by 12. It's going to be tough for Huntington to come back, especially the Knights are just kind of playing keep away right now. And now they turn. They said it was tipped. It was off of Riley Johnson. So the Knights still have the ball with 1:34 to play. Timeout left for the Lady Knights, 2 left for Huntington North. Inbounds comes to Rouse, and a foul. This is on Carmen Cook, so that's number 4. And this is going to send Logan to the line for 1-1. The 8th team foul. Into the game is Bales as Barger takes a seat.
I'll tell you, Lauren Bales has played a really solid game tonight. Not a lot of stats, but she's hit 2 big threes.
Logan gets the bounce. And I think, we're going to talk about it in the postgame about why Norwell won unless they surrender a 13-point lead here in the last 93 seconds. And the offensive rebounds have created so many more chances as they get another one. Rouse had it tipped out to herself, and they just continue to get the offensive boards here. They're trying to chase and foul, and they finally do foul Lauren Bales. Warren is the only player left not to miss a free throw on the Norwell team this season. Holland Anderson with her second personal. Just 2 for 2 for Lauren. Only 1 trip to the line here so far this 2017-18 campaign. And the front end is good. 7 points for Bales. 2 threes and a free throw. Barger back in, Filling to the bench.
Barger has 4 fouls.
Lauren goes 1 for 2, and the rebound comes off to Holland Anderson for Huntington. They've got a push. The pass is intercepted by Brielle Wilson, and it's another turnover. The Knights are still in the backcourt. Finally get it across to Brielle, and then a foul on Cole Klesser. And the Knights are going to put this thing away at the free throw line.
Well, we hope so.
Well, it's going to take still. Even so, it's a 14-point lead here with 1:12, so whether the Knights are able to convert on free throws or not is not going to matter if they continue to get stops on defense. And Brielle bounces one home. Knights have actually gotten some friendly touches off the rim from the line here.
These are loose rims here.
Yeah.
You can tell they're getting a number of friendly bounces.
Different from the new rims at Norwell. That's gonna Rouse got into the lane too early, so it's not a miss. It's just no shot. So Actually, Wilson goes 1 for 1 because she missed the free throw anyway. It's out to a 15-point lead with 1:10 to play. Cook in the front court, lost it, and it's on the floor. It's kicked out to Huntington North player. Anderson in the lane, and it's a blocking foul. Tunick is just laughing at that call because she knows she got called for an interesting one on the other end.
That was Logan picking up her fourth.
Yep. So Anderson will try to convert here. She's got 8 points, and she will. So it's a 12-point game with 1:02 to play. Dunick gets it to Bales in the front court to Wilson, who's open, and they will foul Brielle. It's Holland Anderson who picks up the personal. That's her third. Everybody's got a ton of fouls for Huntington. And Wilson goes back to the stripe. 3 for 6 on the year from the line, as she was 1 for 1 officially on the last trip because of the lane violation. And no good. So the Knights' free throw struggles continue, just over 50%, I believe, to this point for the game. Filling back into the game as Barger takes a seat. There's 55 seconds left. And Wilson is 1 for 2. 58-45. Racing front court. It's Cook into the lane. Steps through a defender. Missed the shot. Rouse pulls down the board. And she turns it over. And now the Knights come back with it. Bales is reached in and fouled by Kolklusser. And this will be Bales shooting 2.
It's a third foul on Kolklusser.
Just about everybody's got 3.
Yeah, it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way here for the Knights. But just 42.8 left. So.
Yeah. Our backlog issues have appeared to eventually resolve themselves here on this evening. Bales is good from the line. Lauren, 8 points to her credit. If you've missed anything because of the issues, Norwell has just kind of pulled away with the rebounds. They've turned up the defensive intensity, and the Knights have crossed the 60-point threshold.
Really their best fourth quarter of the year, Derek, by a pretty good margin.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anderson missed the shot. Dunick got the rebound. I'm not sure if Heidi Lawson's going to even foul anymore. Filling is trapped on the sideline and steps out and turns it over. Coach Thornton telling Kaylee to get back in the deep corner instead of closer. She was kind of free throw line extended that time. 23 seconds to play, a 15-point lead for Norwell. Cook, yeah, there's no need for Norwell to foul as Huntington not scoring quickly, and they turn it over. Riley Johnson was the intended receiver, but it went out of bounds. They're still playing tough in the backcourt, but Norwell is going to get their 4th victory of the year, and they're going to avenge last season's loss. Huntington has beaten Norwell 3 out of 4 years here. I should say 2 out of 3 years. Brielle Wilson gets it to Dunick. I thought that might have been over and back, and now it's 10 seconds, so a turnover. Coach Thornton yelling instructions to take care of the ball. Just under 5 seconds to play. Inbounds comes to Anderson. Holland gets it into Johnson, throws up a wild shot, and the clock will expire. The final score, Norwell 60, Huntington North 45, a convincing 15-point win for the Lady Knights. We'll tally up the final statistics here from Hoosier Gym and be back with Coach Thornton in statistics. The Knights win today.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in supporting growing businesses. And in our community, that means a lot. We believe it's important to have a local perspective. Our agribusiness professionals are from here, so they understand what it takes for agribusinesses to succeed, like having the right banking solutions to keep agribusiness thriving, from traditional accounts to cash management and equipment loans to crop insurance. We believe we can help your business grow. First Bank of Bern, Member FDIC.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business. Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in the American dream of owning a home. Having a space you can call your own. In fact, we've helped people realize that dream for over 125 years. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, refinance an existing loan, or move into something a little bigger, we believe our lending experts have the local knowledge and experience to help make your dream a reality. Apply online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Troxel Equipment Company, a family-owned business, is dedicated to making you a satisfied customer with the best possible equipment, parts, and service. 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. You can find a full line of John Deere equipment, mowers and generators from Honda, blowers and chainsaws by Steel. Experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Find them online at troxelequipment.com.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyou@fwymca.org.
Hey, welcome back to Hoosier Gym. I'm joined now by Norwell head coach Eric Thornton. And for your ladies tonight, it wasn't always pretty, but your team finally found out a way to finish a game after you kind of feel like the two previous games were pretty frustrating in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Just learning how to finish. You said it well. That's something that we went through in the last couple games, and learning how to make free throws and how to keep them off the line, and just finding a way to win. And this team did a great job for 3 of the 4 quarters tonight. Our girls played tough defensively, and we made it hard for them to be able to attack the way that they wanted, and you could see our confidence grow and our ability to kind of play within ourselves on the offensive end instead of at times playing in the first half in a hurry and not settled for sure. So really proud of the kids. That's a heck of a win for us tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You avenged the loss from last year at Huntington in overtime. In tonight's game, Robrock taken out early in the first half, didn't see her again until the second half, and then continued not only in foul trouble, but just could not knock down a shot. You really got to credit that, in my mind, to the Norwell defense. But in addition to that, I thought that you talked about one of the keys to the game was your half-court man-to-man has to be solid. Right. I thought it was. But build on that for me as far as why tonight in particular you played man. Is it because that you matched up well with Huntington, or is it for a different reason?
We felt like we matched up well with them, but we found I think we were able to just find what we needed to do a little bit better in our half-court man. I think you can try to be really good at one thing defensively. Sometimes it's good to change things defensively just to change, but I think you sacrifice some things. So, we never did get into our 2-2-1 tonight. I felt like we would have lost kids, and it would have made them maybe find Robrock a little bit better. Our 1-3-1, we played very, very little tonight, just from the standpoint of we didn't feel like we could stay connected to her, especially on blockout situations. So our best ticket was just to play man and try to sprinkle in some things if we felt like it was the right thing to do. But for the most part, our half-court man was very, very solid tonight.
Well, Coach, you've got Wabash coming in on, I believe, next Wednesday. It's on the 6th, so that's on – I don't know what day that is. That's Wednesday. So,
yeah, it's Wednesday.
That's a game that was pretty close last year on the road, but it was also a game where you felt like probably they were outmatched a little bit, or the better team in that game. But what are you looking for from the Apaches as they come in?
They're just very scrappy. They'll play a lot of zone, 2-2-1 full court press, and they just try to wear you down. They keep coming at you. That's a good program, and we're fortunate to have them on our schedule, and that'll help us get better. And a very similar team that we'll see on Friday night at Columbia City. So 2 games next week that we hope to build off of from tonight. It's nice to get that first one in the conference and be able to go one game at a time from here in the conference and hopefully have a chance to to be in the running for winning a championship.
Well, Coacher, you've got some memorabilia to take home with you tonight. It's a very special night in a special gym, and your team gets the win, but more importantly, a conference win. And we look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. This was a great experience. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming down, guys.
That is Norwell head coach Eric Thornton. A tremendous win for these Lady Knights as they improve to 4-2 on the season, Greg, and I know you do have the final statistics.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm always impressed with Coach Thornton because he must not sweat at all.
I know. It's so different on the guy's side, but that's another story.
Well, and it's warm in here tonight.
There's
no doubt about it. Well, let's go through some statistics. Had a chance to put together a pretty good package here for you, I think. For Huntington North tonight, as a team, they were 15 of 53 from the field. They were 4 of 14 from beyond the arc, and 8 of 18 from the free throw line. So their free throw percentage really dropped off in that in the second half, and that is not correct, by the way. That was actually 8 of 10. So really a good job by the Lady Vikings from the free throw line. They collected 16 rebounds as a team and had 16 turnovers. Leading the way in scoring was Riley Johnson with 18, 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. Next was Holly Anderson. She scored 8 points all in the second half. Then Reese Kolkleser, the freshman, came off the bench, put up 7 points for the Lady Vikings. Madeline Robrock, who we expected to do a lot more tonight, got in some early foul trouble, ended up with 4 points, as did Carmen Cope, Taylor Royst, and Riley Williams, both with 2 points apiece. Total score for Huntington was 45. Norwell ended up with a total of 60. They were 21 of 49 from the field, just 3 of 11 from beyond the arc, but that's not horrible.
No.
3 of 9 is what you'd like to see. Much better from the free throw line tonight, 15 of 23, almost doubling what was the worst effort that they had at 8 and 24 a couple of games ago. But here's the dominating statistic. Norwell with 35 rebounds to Huntington 16. They got multiple second chances and just really did a great job of getting after the boards. The Knights did commit 17 turnovers, several of them late in that fourth quarter. Individually, very balanced scoring for the Knights tonight. Logan Rouse led the way with 14. She was 6 of 14 from the field, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Joining her in double figures was Brianne Barger. Her best night of the year, 4 of 7 from the field, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Also collected 7 rebounds, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Logan Rebounds collected 10. So for a double-double tonight. Aubrey Dunnick with one of her best games of the season so far. She had 9 points for the Lady Knights. She was 4 of 5 from the field. That's a pretty good night of shooting, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Right behind her was Brielle Wilson, 7 points, a rebound, and an assist. Aubrey, by the way, also had 6 rebounds. Brielle was 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 3 from the line. Kylie Top didn't score, but she had an assist and a rebound. Next was Kaylee Felling. She had 5 points and 4 rebounds on 2 of 9 shooting, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc. And then Maya Shelton chipped in with 4. Maya was 1 of 4 from the field, shot 1 time from beyond the arc, missed it, and then was 2 of 2 from the free throw line and collected 5 rebounds and an assist for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, they pick up a huge conference victory, and this could go a long way in determining the Northeast State standings for the remainder of the season. Norwell and Huntington North got to both be considered favorites for the conference this year, along with Belmont, who's the returning champion. And Norwell beat Belmont last year. So
Belmont's struggling right now.
They are, and in my mind anyway, it was this game last year for the Lady Knights that cost Huntington the conference.
Yep.
Because then they went on the road to East Noble to finish out the conference season, which is always a difficult place to win. And lost and finished 5-2 in the conference. We do have one more order of business, and that is to name a player of the game. And, Greg, I'll give you first crack.
Boy, I'll tell you what, kind of a tough call tonight, but I'm going to go with Brianne Barger.
Yeah,
I thought she really set a tone in the first quarter. Ended up with 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 of 7 from the field, and really did a great job of getting after it on the defensive end. Also collected 7 rebounds.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about my pick in Brianne Barger, and that's based off the fact that's the best we've seen her play this year.
Yeah.
And if we can see more of that production, nobody could stop she hasn't played all that much here in the first 5 games of the year.
Yep.
And she's played a lot more tonight. She got into the game, but also had frequent breaks, so it kept her fresh, kept her in and out of the game. She had a spin move in the lane that nobody from Huntington could stop. So your player of the game is going to be, as one of the banks of lights go out, the player of the game is going to be Brianne Barger for your Knights. So the Knights come up with a really important conference victory. Final score, Norwell 60, Huntington North 45. On behalf of Greg Van Meter, Jacob Collins, and the entire Wells County Voice crew, this is Derek Decker saying so long from Hoosier Gym, and God bless.